Good morning, students. Good morning, students. Now we are in unit 4. Our present topic is frequency analysis, Gumbel's and log Pearson type 3 distribution methods. Standard project method is called a SPF and probable maximum flood MPF. So this topic today we discuss clearly. Guys, here first we need to discuss flood frequency analysis. Yes, frequency analysis or flood frequency analysis. Here, return period. A return period, also known as a recurrence interval, sometimes repeat interval, is an estimate of the likelihood of flood or a river discharge flow to occur. Guys, here yeah, flood frequency analysis means is nothing but the estimation of a design flood. So guys, did you understand? Flood frequency analysis means it's like the estimation of the design flood. So regarding this return period, if we consider the return period, a return period also known as a recurrence interval. It means sometimes the repeat interval is an estimate of the likelihood of a flood or a river discharge flow to occur. And guys, for example, a 10-year flood has a 1 by 10 is equal to 0.1 or 10% change of being exceeded in any 1 year. This does not mean that if a flood with such a return period occurs, then the next will occur in about 10 years time instead. It means that in any given year, there is a 10% chance that it will happen regardless of when the last similar event was. Return period is a statistical measurement typical based on historic data and is usually used for a risk analysis. Example, to decide whether a project should be allowed to go forward in a zone of a certain risk, or to design structures to withstand an event with a certain return period. Actually, flood frequency analysis, three methods is there: Weibull method, Gumbel's method, and Long Pearson method. But here we discuss only two methods: Gumbel method and Long Pearson method. Guys, here Gumbel's method. Gumbel's method means Gumbel's extreme value distribution method. EJ Gumbel. Guys, here you observe the equation. E.J. Gumbel in 1941 was considered that annual flood peaks are extreme values of floods in each of the annual series of recorded data. Hence, floods follow the extreme value distribution. Probability P is equal to 1 minus e to the power of minus e to the power of minus y. Return period T is equal to 1 by P. Where y is equal to here, y is equal to reduced variate 1.282 q minus q of pi plus 0.577. E is equal to base of Neferin logarithm. And here Gumbel's extreme value distribution method, flood magnitude for a given return period Qt is equal to q plus kt into sigma, where frequency factor kt is equal to minus root power 6 by pi into 0.577251 bracket 1n of t by t minus 1 bracket close. T is equal to return period, q is equal to mean, sigma is equal to standard deviation. And rainfall frequency analysis, Gumbel's extreme value distribution method. Here guys, in 2014, rainfall is 423 mm, reduced variety Y minus 0.99, probability P 0.93. So return period years is equal, TR is equal to 1 by P, that is 1 by 0.7. In 2009, rainfall is equal to 546 millimeters. Reduced variate Y is equal to minus 0.20, and the probability P is equal to 0.71. So return period years 1.42. So guys, this is what we have to understand, guys. For example, in 2004, if we consider we are taking 423 millimeters rainfall, so this is this is a chance to again 423 millimeters we can receive. That is the probability to chance for 10 years, every 1.07 one time in a 10 years. That is we have to understand. So in 2009, 546 reduced variate Y minus 0.20. Excuse me, guys. చెప్పమ్మా అని నాకు వాంద గారు మీ అక్క చెప్పడం విన్నాను. అసలు నేను కిందకి వెళ్ళా ఏంటి అనేది. ఒక నిమిషం అమ్మా, ఆన్లైన్ క్లాస్ ఉందా, క్లాస్ ఆఫ్ చేసి వస్తాను ఒక నిమిషం. లైన్లో ఉండండి, పర్లేదు, లైన్లో ఉండండి. So guys, here from 2011, 567 millimeters rainfall taking. So here reduced variate Y minus 0.07, probability P is equal to 0.66. So the return period in 10 years, duration of the 1.52 years during the 10 years, it will get the probability to get 567 millimeters rainfall. So in 2012, 661 millimeters rainfall has taken. The reduced variate Y is equal to 0.54 and probability P 0.44, and the return period here is equal to 2.27 years. In 2010, 857 millimeters rainfall has received. So reduced variate Y is equal to 1.80, probability 0.15, and the return period is equal to 6.58 years. In 2013, we have taken, we have received 945 millimeters rainfall, but reduced variate Y is equal to 2.38. So probability P is equal to 0.09. Return period years is equal to 11.26. So guys, this is the mean 666.332 millimeters, and standard deviation is 198.80. Here probability P is equal to 1 minus e to the power of e to the power of minus y. This is a rainfall frequency analysis, Gumbel's extreme value distribution method. Here, or rainfall frequency analysis, Gumbel's extreme value distribution method. Here y is equal to 208.1 in into x plus 459.46. Here return period 1, 10, 100. Here rainfall 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1200, 1400, 600 mm. I'm taking on the y-axis and the years on the x-axis. Here guys, if we observe this graph, we can observe, so 400 millimeters rainfall, it occurs in the 1 year, And also here also 4 or 6 are is nearly to 600. It also 1 year, and about 800 the 600 above 650 to 700 rainfall, it will take the 2 years. And also here the, if you want to take 800 more rainfall, the probability is the 8 year. This is also above 850 to near to 900. It will appear in 10 years, one time in the 10 years. And yeah, the second one is the log Pearson type 3 distribution method. Here, person 1930 developed this method. In this method, it is recommended to convert Pearson 1930 developed this method. In this method, it is recommended to convert the data series to logarithms and then compute the following. Compute logarithm of flow log q, estimate average of log q, compute standard deviation sigma log q, compute skew coefficient CS is equal to number of sigma into log q minus log q whole to the power of q divided by n minus 1 into n minus 2 sigma log q whole to the power of 3, where k is equal to log Pearson frequency factor based on CS and return period. Here guys, rainfall frequency analysis, log Pearson type 3 distribution method, same log rainfall. Guys, here in 2014, 423 millimeters rainfall and log rainfall is 2.63. In 2009, 546 millimeters rainfall, the log rainfall 2.74. 2011, 567 millimeters rainfall, log rainfall is 2.75. 2012, 661 millimeters rainfall, log rainfall 2.82. In 2010, 857 rainfall millimeters rainfall, log rainfall is 2.93. In 2013, 945 millimeters, log rainfall is 2.98, log mean 2.81, log SD 0.13. Qt is equal log q plus k into sigma log q. So this is the long Pearson type 3 distribution method. So guys, here up to we discussed frequency analysis and Gumbel's and long Pearson type 3 distribution methods. And one more thing, and another two things is there: standard project flood SPF and probable maximum flood MPF. These two are we discussed now. Here guys, these are also used to analysis of the flood frequency. A flood is an unusual high stage of a river due to runoff from rainfall and or melting of snow in quantities too great to be confined in the normal water surface elevations of the river or stream as the result of unusual meteorological combination. Here building 100-year flood level, river or drain. This is the flood situation. These images reveals the flood situation. Design flood. Guys, here the maximum flood that any structure can safely pass is called the design flood and is selected after consideration of economic and hydrologic factors. The design flood is related to the project feature. For example, the spillway design flood may be much higher than the flood control reservoir design flood or the design flood adopted for the temporary copper dams. Guys, if you observe this is the stream, this is the flood free, this is the floodway, 100-year floodplain based on the floods. So a design flood is selected by considering the cost of structure to provide flood control and the flood control benefits. Benefit can be categorized into direct and indirect. Direct, tangible, prevention of damage to structures downstream, disruption, disruption communication, loss of life and property, damage to crops and underutilization of land. Indirect, intangible, the money saved under insurance and workmen's compensation loss, higher yields from intensive cultivation of protected lands, and elimination of losses arising from interruption of business, reduction in diseases resulting from inundation of floodwaters. When the structure is designed for a flood less than the maximum probable, there exists a certain amount of flood risk to the structure. Nor is it economical to design for 100% flood production. Production against the highest rare flood is uneconomical because of the large investment and infrequent flood occurrences. Here, standard project flood, SPF. This is the estimate of the flood likely to occur from the most severe combination of the meteorological and hydrological conditions, which are reasonably characteristic of the drainage basin beyond considered but excluding extremely rare combination. That is called a standard project flood, SPF. Here, maximum probable flood, MPF. This differs from the SPF in that it includes the extremely rare and catastrophic floods and is usually confined to spillway design of very high dams. The standard project flood is usually around 80% of the maximum probable flood for the basin. So design flood. It is the flood adopted for the design of hydraulic structures like spillways, bridge openings, flood banks, etc. So estimation of the peak flood. Here, the maximum flood discharge or peak flood in a river may be determined by the following methods. Physical indications of past floods, flood marks and local inquiry. Empirical formula and cost, concentration time method, overland flow hydrograph, rational method, unit hydrograph, and flood frequency studies. Guys, here physical indications of past floods, flood marks and the local inquiry. By noting the flood marks and by local inquiry, depths, effluxes, heating up of water near bridge openings are similar obstructions to flow and other items actually at an existing bridge on wear in the vicinity. The maximum flood discharge may be estimated by use of Managing's or cheesy equation. Estimate APRS and RC for actual size. This is the flood stream. This is the flood fringe. This is the floodway. So empirical formula on cause. There are plenty of empirical formula relating Q with the drainage area A of basin. For example, Berkeley Ziegler formula for USA, Q is equal to 412 a to the power of 3 by 4. Dickens formula 1865, Q is equal to CD, a to the power of 3 by 4. And Ravi's formula 1884, Q is equal to CR, a to the power of 2 by 3. And English formula 1930, Q is equal to 12 for A by A plus 10.4 all to the power of 0.5, where Q is the peak flood in meters cube per second and A is the area of the drainage basin in kilometer square. CD and CR, Deaconess constant and Ravi's coefficient respectively. and envelope curves. Areas having similar topographical features and climatic conditions are grouped together. All available data regarding discharges and flood formula are compiled along with their respective catchment areas. Here, maximum flood discharge 1000 cubic meters. Here, catchment area 1000 square kilometers. Enveloping curves of Converse Seine and Kaparbu. Here, rivers in South India, rivers in North and Central India. Log page. This is log page. So, rational method. The rational method is most effective in urban areas with drainage areas of less than 200 acres. The method is typically used to determine the size of streams, sewers, channels, and other drainage structures. The rational method is based on the application of the formula Q is equal KCIA, where C is a coefficient depending on the runoff qualities of the catchment called the runoff coefficient 0.2 to 0.8. A is the area of catchment, is rainfall intensity, and K is conversion factor. For English units of acres and in HR, K is equal to 1.0082 give flow in CFS. For SI units of hectares and millimeters and HR hour, K is equal to 0.002782 give flow in meters cube per second. So rational method. I is equal to the design intensity or critical intensity of rainfall IC, corresponding to the time of concentration. Amma phone isra nemberta. Phone isra nana. Nemberta phone isra. Amma phone isra. Excuse me, guys. Nemberta. Nera. Guys, I'm sorry for interrupt you. Now, estimation of peak flood, rational method. I is equal to the design intensity or critical intensity of rainfall IC, corresponding to the time of concentration TC for the catchment for a given recurrence interval T, also called return period. IC can be found from the intensity duration frequency IDF curves for the catchment corresponding to TC and T. So this is the rational method. In the intensity, duration, frequency curves are not available for the catchment, and maximum precipitation of P occurs during a storm period of TR hours. Then the design intensity can be obtained from the empirical formula as given below. This already got this we discussed, but okay, again I will repeat it. So rational method, time of concentration. It is defined as the time needed for water to flow from the most remote point in a watershed to the watershed outlet. The time of concentration equals the summation of the travel times for each flow regime along the hydraulic path or hydraulic length. TC is equal L by V1 plus L by V2 plus L by V3 plus and so on. The hydraulic length is the distance between the most distant point in the watershed and the watershed outlet. So rational method, Kirpich formula is equal T power C is equal 0078 L to the power of 0.77 and S to the power of minus 0.385, where TC is equal time of concentration in minutes, L is equal maximum length of flow and feet, S is equal the watershed gradient FT by FT are the difference in elevation between the outlet and the most remote point divide by the length L. So for an area of 20 hectare, rational method I skip, guys. This is already we discussed. Okay, guys. Example, for a culvert project in the foothills of Alberta, Canada, determine the peak flow using rational formula. Returning period for a design 50 years. This is the imagine taken from the Canada. Step 1, calculate the during area. Mark the drainage area and use plane meter or count squares to determine net area. To calculate drainage area was 8 km square or 800 hectares. Step 2, determine the runoff coefficient. Area may be composed of different surface characteristics, so we have to determine average value of coefficient C. The drainage basin is 90% treed and 10% exposed rock mountains. 10% of the DAC is equal DA is to C is equal 0.80. 90% of the DA C is equal to 0.40. So 0.1 into 0.8 plus 0.9 into 0.40 is equal 0.44. So estimation of peak flood. Step 3, determine the time concentration. Kirpich method. TC is equal 0.00032 L to the power of 0.77 S to the power of minus 0.385. L is equal maximum length of water travel 12,000 meters. Yes, surface slope is equal H by L 0.108 meters. H is equal difference in elevation between most remote point and outlet 1300 meters. Time of concentration is equal to 1.04 hours. Step 4, find the rainfall intensity. Step 5, calculate flood peak discharge. So guys, here a 500 hectare watershed as the land use cover and corresponding coefficient as given below. Land use area and runoff coefficient. Here forest 250 acres hectares runoff coefficient 0.1. Pasture area 50 hectares runoff coefficient 0.11. And cultivated land 200 hectares runoff coefficient 0.3. The maximum length of travel of water in the water shed is about 300 meters, and the elevation differences between the highest and outlet points of the watershed is 25 meters. The maximum intensity, duration, frequency relationship of the watershed is given by I is equal to 6.31 by t power t to the power of 0.1523 divided by d plus 0.5 to the power of 0.945, where I is the intensity in centimeters hour, T is equal return period in years, and D is equal duration of the rainfall in hours. Estimate the 25-year peak runoff from the watershed using rational formula. So this is the unit graph. Peak of unit hydrograph is multiplied by actual precipitation of design even to get expected peak of flood. So flood frequency studies, return period, probability of occurrence, similar like discussed in rainfall. Some of the commonly used frequency distribution function for the period of extreme flood values are already, guys, we discussed here Gumbel's and the long Pearson tree distributions. Already we discussed here Gumbel's, already we discussed. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys, for your support. In next class, I will explain the next topic.